party, I'm a member of the Manx Labour Party, in the last administration called for this rates review to take place. It didn't happen then, and it's taken an awful long time now. But in respect to local authority mention, I believe that if we are looking to save money, significant money could be saved if more services were done on an amalgamated basis. And I know there's been some progress, and I support the All Ireland lists of housing, for example. But I do believe that, for example, refuse disposal is an example where it could be done more economically.
The whole subject of local authority reform is a far wider one, isn't it?
It is.
Let's deal with that. And there's a lot of call for four local authorities, north, south, east and west.
There is. Years ago, about 1990 or 1991, there was a Time for Change document which the council ministers backed out of in the end. Tony Brown had brought it forward. Council ministers backed out of it, and I went to Tynwald with that. I think that was for 11 or 13 local authorities. And I thought that would be, not quite as dramatic as some people see the 4 or the 4+1 example. But unfortunately, Tynwald, because of the make-up members representing rural constituencies where, the local authorities' principal purpose sometimes seems to be just keeping the rates down and not doing very much else.
However, people in those more rural local authorities will want to be represented as well.
Yes, absolutely, and so they should be. All I'm saying is that in Tynwald, the makeup of its membership is more rural altogether than town representatives of towns.
And as was pointed out, there's then a big difference in the value of the rates.
Yes, indeed. I mean, and the points that were made again were that in neighbouring authorities and neighbouring parishes, people can be paying considerably different rates. If you happen, for example, to live in Maloo or Bride or Braddon, there are significant industrial undertakings adjacent to each of those which provide considerable rate income, which then means that they're able to keep the rates down, in my opinion, artificially.
Do you think it's been a problem in past administrations, perhaps a bigger problem than was envisaged until they actually start looking into it and see all the complications there are in reforming this? You asked the question, didn't you, will this be done within the 5 years of this administration? What sort of answer do you feel you got?
Well, I don't think
Fobbed
I got
off.
I don't think I got a proper answer really. And I like Chris Thomas, and I think he's one of the better ministers, and he does do his research. So I'm not being uncomplimentary to him, but I think again, given the makeup of the council ministers, there won't be a lot of desire to move things quickly. I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that they do prove me wrong by the end of this administration, that we do see some significant change, because it's long, long overdue. It's 40 years since there was a rating review on the island, and there are a lot of unfairnesses that need to be sorted out.
You've been in Tynwald for quite some time. You haven't been able to sort it out.
I've been in Tynwald for 33 years. As I said to you, I came to Tynwald 1990 or 91 in relation to local authority reform. I was the person who raised the needs as a minister, for rate reform, and yes, you can't achieve everything you would want to achieve. I hope that overall, when I look back over the 33 years or whatever it'll be when I finish in a couple of years' time, I have made sufficient impact on the nation that I love.